Have you ever stood on the edge of giving up? Not just a passing thought, but that deep, soul-tired feeling where the weight of everything becomes too heavy to carry. Maybe it's your job. Maybe it's a dream you've been chasing for years. Maybe it's a relationship, a business, or just trying to stay strong when life keeps knocking you down. Whatever it is, you're here right now because part of you is thinking, I can't do this anymore. But before you walk away, before you let go of everything you've built, before you decide that it's not worth the fight, just stop for a moment, breathe, and listen closely, because this, right here, might be the moment that changes everything. You're not alone in how you feel. Everyone, at some point, reaches this crossroad. Think about how far you've already come, how many times you've pushed through when it would have been easier to stop. Think about the nights you stayed up late working, the sacrifices you made, the discomfort you endured. You didn't come this far to only come this far. The ones who succeed in life, the ones we admire, the ones who rise above, they didn't have more talent, more luck, or better circumstances. But maybe it's not even about enthusiasm. Maybe it's just about resilience. Maybe it's about doing it even when the fire's gone, even when you're exhausted, even when no one's watching, especially when no one's watching. Quitting now doesn't erase the pain. It wastes it. The pressure lifts, the anxiety fades, and for a brief moment, it feels like freedom. Just because it's slow doesn't mean it's not working. Progress isn't always loud. Sometimes it's the quiet daily decision to keep trying, to wake up and move forward, even when your heart is tired and your hope is low. That rejection you just faced could be the redirection towards something greater. That lonely season you're in might be the exact time you need to build yourself, to heal, and to grow. Not every delay is a denial. Some doors are closed right now because you're not ready yet, or because they weren't meant for you in the first place. But that relief is temporary, because deep down, you didn't stop. They failed publicly. They doubted themselves more times than they could count, but they kept showing up. Not because they never felt fear or failure, but because they decided that the dream was worth the pain, because it was the right time. You stopped because it was hard, because it hurt, because progress was slow. And those reasons will follow you, not just today, but in the months and years to come. The regret of unfinished battles haunts louder than the pain of persistence. They just made a different decision when they reached this point. That's the cruel irony of growth. Right before the momentum picks up, right before the doors start opening, the struggle intensifies. It's the universe's final test. How bad do you want it? Will you bend or will you break? That moment, right now, is the difference between a story you re proud to tell or a chapter you wish you could rewrite. They chose to keep going. You see, quitting is easy. It gives instant relief. Most people are closest to their breakthrough at the very moment they feel like quitting. Look at the people who inspire you. Think of anyone who's built something meaningful. They all faced the temptation to quit. They cried behind closed doors. And what about you? You've already paid a price. That job you hate right now might be preparing you with the discipline and skills you will need to start your own business. But just because something is hard doesn't mean it's wrong. There's a quote that says, "Success is going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm." The truth is, you were never meant to feel motivated all the time. You were meant to feel the full spectrum: fear, fatigue, frustration, and still move forward. Your education, your freedom, your second chances. Don't take it for granted. You owe it to yourself and to everyone who believed in you to give this everything you've got. That's what separates the ordinary from the exceptional. It's not talent, it's not resources, it's grit, it's consistency. It's refusing to let temporary feelings decide your permanent direction. You didn't quit. You pushed through the hard days, the silent nights, the doubt, the fear, and now you're standing in a place that once felt impossible. Recenter, reflect. What made you start in the first place? What was that original spark? That vision? That hunger? Because no one ever looks back and says, I regret trying too hard. They're learning from your response. You are someone's blueprint, whether you realize it or not. What do you want them to see? But what's waiting on the other side? The pride, the strength, the wisdom, the success is worth every ounce of effort. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be persistent. Someone who gave in, or someone who grew through it. But they do say, I wonder what would have happened if I just held on a little longer. Reconnect with it. And if it still matters to you, even just a little, then it's worth fighting for. Will you be proud of this decision 5 years from now, or will you wish you had held on a little longer? Sometimes quitting is the right move, but if the only reason is that it's too hard, that's not a reason. That's a challenge, and challenges are meant to be overcome. Dreams don't die because they're impossible. They die because people stop watering them. Looking back, you realize how every struggle was shaping you. Every obstacle was a lesson. Every no was protecting you from the wrong yes. There are people right now who would give anything to be in your position, to have your opportunity, not when you're one decision away from changing your entire story. Remember that growth often looks like discomfort, like confusion, like setbacks. That doesn't mean you're off course. That means you're in the middle of becoming something better. It means you're evolving. And evolution isn't glamorous. It's gritty, slow, and often invisible until it isn't. Imagine this. You're 1 year in the future, and you kept going. That version of you is real. It's waiting. But only if you don't give up now. There will always be moments when quitting looks attractive, when the road ahead feels too steep, when success feels out of reach. There's signals that you might need rest, not retreat, that you might need to change your approach, not your goal. Sometimes the path of success isn't straight. Sometimes it requires pivots, pauses, and perspective. But the worst decision you can make is to give up entirely. That's normal. But remember, you've made it through every hard day before this one. You've survived storms you thought would drown you, and that means you are stronger than you think. Your feelings are valid. Your exhaustion is real, but neither of those are reasons to quit. Take a breath. You owe it to your future self to try one more time. And if that doesn't work, try again. Right now, someone is watching you. A friend, a child, a stranger. They're watching how you handle adversity. The road ahead might still be hard. No one is promising easy. Before you quit, ask yourself, will walking away bring you peace, or just temporary relief? So don't give up yet. Not now. Not when you've come this far. You've got this. Keep going. The world hasn't seen the best of you yet, and neither have you.